What is up, YouTube? This is T.1 coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about this final season of my all-time favorite show, Superman the Animated Series, Season 3. Season 3 is the most ambitious season, to say the least. It changed up a lot of stuff. Now, it's still the same show, but it does feel very different now. For one, it feels like a closing chapter in a trilogy. There is, for the most part, a sense of conclusion by the end. Also, they introduced Supergirl this season, and she's a beloved character for a damn good reason, I might add, and adapting her is no easy task. So do they pull these things off? For the most part, yeah. I think one of the biggest improvements are the action scenes are the best they've ever been, with the final confrontation between Darkseid and Superman being maybe the best final battle I've seen, period. The music is also even better than the first two seasons with a much more epic feel to it. That's another big positive is this feels almost like an epic sci-fi fantasy at points, like Star Wars or something. It's awesome. And the people from Apocalypse, they're a really interesting enemy. We saw bits and pieces of them in the first two seasons, but now they're front and center. And Michael Ironside is so damn good as Darkseid. Although a bit of the magic of his character is diminished since we now know exactly what motivates him, he's still a great character and he's really menacing. Although, a flaw with him is that Lex Luthor is largely sidestepped this season. He's no longer the main villain. In fact, he's just kind of there. And even then, there's many episodes where he doesn't appear, period, which is disappointing. Let's talk about Supergirl because, yeah, this kind of came out of nowhere, but to be honest, they really nail her. Nicole Tom is perfect. They make her appropriately bubbly, but with the right amount of intelligence, there's just one big problem. They don't really do anything with her. Like, at all. She gets her origin episode, and then one episode all by herself, and then she plays a role in the finale, but it's kind of it. And that's really disappointing because they did it so well, but I'm tired of Superman adaptations doing this in general. Every adaptation does this. It's like they're afraid she'll overshadow Clark. She won't. She's totally different. Don't be afraid to shift the focus somewhat. I haven't seen the Supergirl show yet, but I'm glad they're finally giving this character the respect she deserves. The season also continues the trend of crossing over. This time it goes even further, and some stuff I just flat out did not see coming. It was awesome. Like Green Lantern and Sinestro, Aquaman, but the best episodes are when Superman fights Batman's villains because that's just so damn interesting. For instance, you ever wondered what would happen if Superman and Talia al Ghul crossed paths? Watch the episode The Demon Reborn and you'll get your answer. The best example of this, and what may be my favorite episode of the show, is Nighttime, in which Bruce Wayne goes missing and Clark has to disguise himself as Batman and face off against all the most iconic villains, except the Joker, but he already fought him last season. I mean it, we got Bane, the Penguin, the Riddler, everybody. Even the Mad Hatter's there. But in case you need a Superman villain, Brainiac's there too. One thing I gotta say this season dropped the ball on, though, is tone. For instance, the first two seasons were grounded but lighthearted altogether, like Superman should be. This season is just so dark, but there are some really light and comedic episodes too, and it just feels sort of jumbled. For instance, season opener is about Maxima, and it's one of the most comedic episodes up to that point. And then we're just smacked with the darkest episode of the show, Apocalypse Now. They should have transitioned better. Also, while a lot of characters did get great resolutions, not all of them did. Toyman didn't get a very good resolution. Metallo got a really weak resolution. I thought that was kind of stupid, to be honest. But overall, I gotta talk about the ending because the ending is, I think it's divisive among some people. I love the ending. It's really bittersweet. And I'm gonna go into spoiler territory. Basically, the final episode is called Legacy, and Darkseid takes control of Superman and lets him loose on Earth, and it's just full of destruction, and it's just he wipes out almost everything. But then obviously he regains control and fights Darkseid and wins, but it doesn't end on just a happy note either. People of Earth no longer trust him. Dr. Hamilton is no longer his friend. It's sad in many ways, but it feels real, like it's part of the real world, and it works so well. All in all, Superman the Animated Series Season 3 is probably the weakest season by and large, but it has some of the best elements of any season mixed in there. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I enjoyed the hell out of it. Stequin1, signing out.